Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting with Andrzej from Rebel, and he's here to talk about the expansion to K2.
Lhotse. Yes.
Okay, so tell me about the game. Tell me about the expansion.
The expansion. The game is very similar to the base game. The main difference between the base game are three different phases of Lhotse. Mm-hmm. We have the west phase, the central phase, and the east phase. In base game, we had weather tiles that covered the whole board. Mm-hmm. Here we have different weather options for the west, central, and east phase.
Interesting.
When you play, you'll probably try to be on the most sunny, the phase with the best weather. Each of those numbers are negative points to your acclimatization, and like in the base game, when you reach zero, your climber vanishes from the board. Also, to help that, we have fixed rope tokens.
Oh, interesting.
During your turn, you can play one movement point to place those tokens in two spaces, but there are special rules about placing those tokens. Both tokens have to be on spaces in adjacent trails.
All right,
So for example, this is a legal option. Those tokens cannot be on the same path. So for example, I couldn't connect this and this spot because they are connected by the same colored rope. Mm-hmm. This is a good connection. Also, the second rule is that the difference in victory points between those spaces cannot exceed 1. So, for example, 4 and 5 is okay because the difference between them is 1. Mm-hmm. You can place the same victory point cost space, but for example, this would be illegal.
Yes, because there's 2 between.
Yes,
whereas this would be illegal again because it's 5 and 6.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you cannot place those tokens below the 6,000 meters line, and I believe it's all. You have to pay 1, and any player can use those connections.
So, and it's adding new possibilities, right?
Because the weather is much more severe here. Mm-hmm. Much more severe. You'll have to.
And so, therefore, moving from face to face is going to be more important.
Also, we have something called landslide.
That does not sound good.
It's very similar to the promo we had called Avalanche, mm-hmm. but it is suited for the Lhotse expansion. When you end your turn so for example, we have our token, our day token on the landslide day. If unfortunately you'll end your turn on a space in a phase that is under the landslide effect, mm-hmm. First you will slide down. Even if you're in your tent, you will slide down 1 space, and then you will get -2 acclimatization.
Okay.
If there are any additional minus points to your acclimatization, so for example, if we start our landslide here, we'll get the space negative acclimatization, and then we will fall under the effect of landslide. Mm-hmm. And that's all from the Lhotse expansion. Also, there is one more thing. There is a scenario. Like in Broad Peak, the previous expansion, mm-hmm. we have the second side of our board.
Ooh.
The board is much smaller, mm-hmm. And at the beginning of the game, we take all of our cards and we pick 3 of them. Each player can pick different cards, and each card, we pick those 3 cards, we discard them, we reveal them after discarding, and each card, each bonus acclimatization point, each 2 of the bonus acclimatization points, it's worth additional victory point at the end of the game.
Okay.
But during the game, we cannot use those cards to pump our climbers' acclimatization. So, if you're very confident, you can try to get a lot of points, but it could end badly for you.
It'll ruin your hand in the long run. So.
Also, those cards are discarded, and we play only with 15 cards in our deck. So the game will be only on 5 of those weather tiles, so it will be a little bit faster.
Fantastic. So a little more gameplay in a
Yes,
little box.
yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That is
Thank
the
you very
expansion
much.
for K2. Lhotse from Rebel.